Hey yo, fellow Legonians, fellow Brick fans, and fellow YouTubers. So this section is not exactly what I am sure about, but I believe it's the Great Ball Contraption mock table. And then over here are the robotics and machines.
I think we're selling. We can sell wherever you want us to.
Well,
One
when
place.
we discussed there'll be a subsidy,
I don't have enough people. I only
Now
have
in two locations.
no. I only have
Oh, I see.
one merchandise.
What do you think is here now?
Here. That's fine.
That, I agree with that. That was supposed to be done, but it was supposed to be two locations. I guess people that had time.
It's a little early in the morning, so the roller coaster ride and other workable MOCs are not going to be functioning this time of morning before the public day of Bricks by the Bay. So now we're moving over to high seas. We will get to that in a moment.
They need to do this thing with the same as always. Otherwise the public will don't.
I'll definitely go slower for bigger stuff. Alright, now we're gonna move on to the teen and junior build sections. Apparently not all of it is fully built up yet. Now this next section gets pretty epic. This is the Lego Boy Scout Summer Camp. Pretty legit. And now we're moving on to the team builder section.
Excuse me, somebody called for a rope station?
And this is pretty cool.
Somebody called
A
for
Lego
rope
Optimus
station,
Prime.
Marca.
And that note card right there says that yes, it transforms. In case you were not able to read that. But I'm pretty sure you would be. Again, more stuff not finished. Or maybe that is supposed to be a train wreck, I don't know. Here is a bat cave. And there is Emerald City. Sorry for all the voices in the background. You know, there's other people finishing up stuff. I'm not exactly sure. Well, it's a roller coaster ride all the same, so. Here's Batman, Superman duking it out. And here's a big DC Invasion City mock where there's a whole bunch of different things going on. Like Flash and the Reverse Flash and Darkseid and Green Lantern versus Sinestro and a whole bunch of different stuff. Very impressive. And here are some brickheads of Marvel heroes and villains, horror. You may pause whenever you want to recognize all that's there. And then some DC and Power Rangers and Voltron mixed in all together. Like I recognize that DC is coming from here and on the bottom row, and then Power Rangers here, and then Ghost Phantom or whatever that is, and Voltron. Now we're moving on to the town and train. And I will also point out my different MOCs that I have created. Unfortunately, I believe I already skipped one, but I'll come back to it. Right here are two of my MOCs. The soda machine and the beach bum laying in the beach chair drinking iced mimosa. Now we're getting to bigger stuff.
I like what I like about this is like it's a little rudimentary in like its design and stuff, but I love that you built it like a modular building. It's completely.
It looks like we have the flash going about in this section as well.
Roof off of your like cafe. There it all is. I would love to see like one of the more detailed like skilled builders go do something like that.
That's a pretty big mountain with the train track going through it. And then, I don't know if you could tell, but there's a seasick Unikitty in there.
The elf thing kind of like.
Coming around to the other side. And here we come to a big beanstalk, but it's not that tall and doesn't reach the ceiling. But it's pretty big. And here are a bunch of different microfighters in the form of race cars. So you got Anakin and Chancellor Palpatine, TIE Defender or TIE... No, not TIE Defender or Striker, but one of the TIE vehicles. And a Snowspeeder, Wookiee, or Chewbacca specifically, and from the, I want to say Rebels? Something like that. And then Luke Skywalker in his X-Wing, Clone Trooper in a gunship, Luke and his Landspeeder, Obi-Wan Kenobi and his Jedi Starfighter, and then Chewie and Han Solo with the Millennium Falcon. Continuing along, come to some restaurants. Chick-fil-A, McDonald's, and Chili's specifically. Sorry that the camera zooms in and out. I'll fix that if I have to. Alright, so now let's go back to the high seas where I have a mock that I skipped over at an accident. Here we are, underwater exploration. This mock I plan to put into the underwater section of my city in the future. So now moving along to castle, fantasy, and historical. That's a pretty awesome castle, if you ask me, of villains and bad guys. Again, you may pause whenever you feel like in order to recognize a lot of the detail, if you desire to, of any of these mocks.
Well, no, even brings batteries. Because then you can go to Costco with like 49 packs of batteries. Like, here's just different brands of batteries.
This one is very, very cool. But it's definitely a hard one because of the fact that there is a Find the Frogs adventure or project to look for. Unfortunately, I don't have enough time to find every last frog. Thank you. Here's a big pyramid, and there's the scale of the characters compared to the pyramid. Aztec, it kind of seems like. And here's a bit of a ledge or a cavern or whatever. Here you got orcs and trolls, and also a water section. And that bridge does go all the way through to the other side of land. And that rug is built out of cheese slopes, which is pretty awesome. This one's definitely interesting. And that is a pretty large dragon. Here's the other side of where we started this section. And now we move on to Bionicle. Now, from what I remember from Friday, is that Bionicle has the most amount of MOCs this convention this year. And I don't know, I believe that is the Bio Nerdly, the Brickfest Live character. But anyways, continuing on. Now I believe, no, what I'm saying is that yesterday I did do a live stream, but it got cut off for some reason. So I had to do what I did with that, and I'll throw it out later. That's why I'm doing one this morning. And this is a big fella. I thought at one point I saw it be a giant dragon or dinosaur or some lizard creature of sorts. And here's a Venus flytrap. Here's a Bionicle built version of General Grievous.
I want to take a picture of that. It's nice.
That is a Toa Mata Kapaka next to the, or in front of, the much original version.
Alright, well, I'm gonna go catch up with my friends. I don't know where they went, so.
And then here we have Luke Skywalker and Darth Vader fishing, as it looks like. And here's a giant dragon. That is pretty stinking huge. Now we're moving on to art and scale models. So we get some interesting pieces of art, completely built out of Lego bricks. And maybe some Technic here and there. Pretty impressive stuff. There's a snowman in August MOC, which is pretty hilarious. And here is Rainbow Road from Mario Kart. So that's pretty awesome. Here's a picnic setup with ants walking up to it. And then here are my channel artwork shadow boxes. Dave Frost number 2 and Dave Frost. And that hashtag symbol is able to light up, so I'll turn that on before the public day opens for VIP members.
Well, we never had an interior. It's still never that right, but we had to let down these I think just we just needed that.
This should go off.
And this is pretty weird. Parallel Universe Ballet Studios, where we got original ballerinas and then stormtroopers. It's pretty hilarious. So that's all very cool. Next, let's go over to the side walls section. So this is pretty cool. Here's a Wayne Manor or Mansion and Batcave MOC, built by Brick Wizard 59.
Lego Disney book. And if you wanted to, he was asking if I had studio pictures of it. And he wanted pictures of it. Why, yes. No problem.
Talk to you later.
All right, see you. Thanks so much.
So we have a few more sections to go over as we wrap it up. But not too soon, like one's the big one. Excuse me. And that Lego head with the stuff on top of it is supposed to rotate. So that's pretty cool. I'm live streaming.
Oh, okay.
And this one's pretty cool. It's a mock within a foliage fake plant. You guys may recognize this mock, and especially this one with the Lego alphabet. A for astronauts, B for baseball players, C for construction workers, D for dancers, E for elf, F for fairy, or fairy godmother, whatever, G for grandparents, H for hula, girls, I for ice queen, J for jester, K for still don't know what it stands for, what those characters are, L for librarian, M for mother, N for ninja, O for whatever those characters are, P for police officer. It would have been more fun if it were pirate. Q for queen, R for robot, S for scuba divers, T for tiki warrior, U for unicorn, V for Dracula or whatever that type of stuff is, W for waitress, X for x-ray, Y for Yoda, and Z for zombies. And here's a small castle being sieged. Now we move on to a much bigger castle. Pretty impressive. You guys may hear the music as I get closer to it. And there's a gigantic battle going on. So now we're going to move on to military. So we have tanks and aerial vehicles. Over there is our bigger MOCs that I cannot wait to get you guys over to. This one is pretty crazy. Not exactly sure what model that is. Oh yeah, the SR-71 Blackbird spy plane. And here's the Stalingrad, or whatever that stands for. Here, I'll zoom in again so you guys see it properly. And that's a cool effect with the fire where it's giving off smoke. That's pretty awesome. Here's a CV-22 Osprey and an MV-22 Osprey. Pretty impressive stuff, and we also have an unfinished plane back there. Now we get to the big stuff, like a B-29 Super Fortress. Look at that wingspan. And a Martin MB-1 behind it. A U-2 Dragon Lady. A B-58. This one is a B-2 Spirit. Then we have a B-18 launcher. A B-52H. That is pretty stinking huge. And now we scale down there. Here's a Utikitty tank. There we go. Oh, this is where I started. So we have one more section to go over. Morning, John.
Morning. How are you this morning, David?
Good, how are you?
Good. The fact that I remembered your name is the proudest thing. This
That's
early in the morning, I should be thinking.
That's pretty awesome. And here's the space and science fiction. Starting off with a big Star Wars layout, which is, I believe, a clone base on Alderaan. That's what it is. Here's a El Camino Real. That's what the bio card says. Not sure what's going on with those clone troopers. That's pretty different. Here's a Klingon Brel class bird of prey ship. Here's robots. Tried zooming in the best I could. Sorry that wasn't that good. And here's some outer space, like satellites and stuff. And here is a big Millennium Falcon. Focusing in on Nightwing and his X-Wing ship. Here's a Death Star. the Big Bug Supersized Hive Crawler. That is pretty stinking massive. Here. Let you guys have a good shot at that. And then here's the lonely city where it's a spherical planet of sorts with skyscrapers all around it. There you guys go. Mirlata, United Martian Emirates. So it must be on Mars, I guess. This is a monolith seen from 20:01, a Brick Odyssey. And then here's three Star Trek MOCs. And I'm showing you the minifigures first. Here's the command area of the ship. And here's the energy core. And then here are the last of my MOCs, where we have my raft, the Republic Assault Fire Tank, a space laser, a clone gunner loaded up with machine guns, a Duck Dodgers spaceship from the Duck Dodgers TV show from Cartoon Network or whatever, my personal speeder bike, where it has a small flame for going fast and a bigger flame for going even faster. And here's the Jedi hologram display projector with Obi-Wan Kenobi, Yoda, Kit Fisto, Kanan, Ezra, Ahsoka's friend from the Clone Wars, the Old Republic Jedi, don't remember exactly what her name is, and then Ayla Secura, Luke Skywalker, Ahsoka Tano, and Anakin Skywalker. And then here we have my very big jetpack with shoulder cannons ready to fire. And then my PAW, which stands for Personal Armory of Weapons, including a sonic screwdriver on the right. My Stormtrooper transport, Black Darkness's Crow Jet, and Black Darkness's PAW, Personal Armory of Weapons, and Black Darkness's tank. And those are the last of my MOCs. Apparently this is all the Feather Squadron. Not sure exactly what that's from. Interplanetary Dragway Race. T-51 Futuron Mech. Futuron Strike Fighter. Black Tri-Model Z Interceptor. there's a Rogue One scene on Scarif. And if you're wondering what that tall glass of water is for, it is to hold up this mech, the Gundam Papa B. Not sure exactly what those are. Shaka Zaku, armed and dangerous. And then there's that. The Stealthosaurus Rex. ATST Street Assault on Jeddah, another scene from Rogue One. And that appears to be it. Also very much for watching. Please stick around for more great LEGO Transformer and movie trailer related content coming to the future of this channel. And I shall see you all in the future videos.
It's 8 o'clock, so the first people will come. Have a great day.
That's just announcing that the VIP members of the public are here. And I will see you all in the next video, which most likely should be the haul video of everything that I got from Bricks by the Bay. And here's my brick badge, including the first placed prize brick for my Nexonite clay costume from the costume contest. That was pretty stinking fun to win. And I shall see you all in the haul video. So long.